गुड आफ्टरनून द ग्रेट इंडियंस, हाउ आर यू? कैसे चल रहा है लॉकडाउन पीरियड, क्वारंटाइन पीरियड? You are utilizing your time at least 2 to 3 hours for study purpose. Yes, utilize this golden opportunity for revision of each and every lesson, so you are able to score then good marks in the board examination. Okay, so many students have certain doubts in our first unit, that is a life process. What is life processes? The processes which helps the living organism to live, to sustain and to maintain normal life. Okay, so what are the examples of life processes? Nutrition, respiration, excretion and circulation. In the respiration life process, few students asked me the doubts, so I came up with this video. You just have a look. In today's video I'm going to solve your doubts. Basically I'm going to focus on the difference between aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. What is the difference between respiration and breathing? Okay, so you just have a look on the respiratory tract on the screen. So this is the respiratory system. You are able to focus. Respiratory system helps in a exchange of gases. So the nasal cavity get the fresh air, it travels through the trachea. Then you just have focus on a nasal cavity. Nasal cavity, we have the two nostril, right and left nostril, and then this air enter into a windpipe where the pharynx is there. Larynx is nothing but a sound box. Pharynx is the common passage for the respiratory and digestive tract. Then this air travels into a trachea. Trachea is having the finer primary, secondary, tertiary branches, that is bronchi. Bronchi again having the branches, that is bronchioles. Bronchioles end into a balloon like structure, that is the alveoli. Okay, and below these lungs, the flexible bony like structure is there, that is nothing but a diaphragm. Okay, now after this video you must clear this. What are the learning objective? So the structure of a respiratory system and their location and function, the mechanism of a breathing, how the gases are exchanged during the breathing, the composition of inhaled and exhaled air. Inhale means the fresh air which we are taking, which contain maximum oxygen. Exhale air which we send or which we give out, that is the carbon dioxide or foul air. Inhalation, taking the oxygen. Exhalation, giving out carbon dioxide. The difference the different measurement of a lung capacity and a breathing, and the effects of exercises on the respiratory system. And the last objective is what is meant by aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Now first, as we already studied, the nasal passage and the lungs. The air is drawn into the body via the nose or a mouth. There are the advantages. So breathing through your nose. What are the advantages? Why why we should breathe through only nose during the when our nose is blocked? That time sometimes we take the air through the mouth. So taking the air to the mouth is not good for the health, but in an emergency we are going for that method also. So what are the benefits to take the air through nose? That we will study. The air is warmed so that it is closer to the body temperature. Second advantage, tiny hairs and mucus secretion in the nose helps in a filtering of the air and prevents the larger dust and pollen particles. They do not allow these pollen particles or impurities to reach the alveoli. And mucus helps in a moistening of the air and they capture the dust particles. Then air travels through the larynx, trachea, windpipe, bronchi, one bronchus to each lung, and bronchioles to the alveoli where the oxygen passes to the blood stream. Now pharynx. What is pharynx? Common space used by both respiratory and the digestive system, commonly called the throat. Originates posterior to the nasal and the oral cavities and extend inferiorly near the level of the bifurcation of the larynx and esophagus. The next function of these pharynx, these walls are lined by mucosa and contain skeletal muscle that are primarily used for swallowing. Partitions with the three adjoining region: nasopharynx, oropharynx, and laryngopharynx. Larynx. What is larynx? Larynx is nothing but a voice box. In a short, sometimes cylindrical airway ends in the trachea, prevents the swallowing material from the entering to the lower respiratory tract, conducts the air into the lower respiratory tract, and produces the sound. It contain the glottis, so while passing the food from the digestive tract, that time this glottis is covered by the flap-like structure, that is epiglottis. They cover the respiratory tract. Mechanism of a breathing, the lungs is located behind or inside the ribs. So inhalation and exhalation. Mechanism of a breathing. So intercostal muscle between the ribs relaxes the chest walls, move in and down. So diaphragm helps in the exchange of gases. So you are able to see the front view of the chest and the view of the chest, side view of the chest. In this breathing out, diaphragm pushes. Now, when the air reaches to the alveoli, where does alveoli present? Alveoli is nothing but a balloon-like structure, ends in a bronchioles. So, alveoli are the bunches of the tiny air sacs inside the lungs, each that alveoli. You are able to see on the screen pink color, big balloon-like structure which helps in exchange of gases. They are made up of with the semi-permeable membrane. You are able to see this is the one of the elaborated structure of the alveoli. The outer side shown blood cells and the capillaries. So blood from the pulmonary arteries and the semi-permeable membrane. So whatever the air contain the oxygen, they diffuses the oxygen through this blood vessel outside, and whatever the carbon dioxide were carried by the blood cells or the arteries, that can be sent back to the nasal cavity. Now composition of inhaled and exhaled air. Oxygen 21% in inhaled air and amount of exhaled air, that is 17%. Carbon dioxide very less amount in inhaled air, but 3% in exhaled air. Water vapor small amount. Okay, now the difference between aerobic respiration and the anaerobic respiration. There are different types of respiration. When you exercise as a steady, comfortable rate, the cardiovascular system is able to supply the muscles with the oxygen they need. Now you see, basically aerobic respiration, simply the respiration which takes place in presence of air. So glucose is breakdown. They provide the energy, carbon dioxide and water is released. So aerobic exercise can be maintained for longer periods without the performer getting breathless or suffering muscle cramps. Moderate activities like walking, jogging, cycling, swimming use the aerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. When you exercise at a high intensity, the cardiovascular system cannot supply enough oxygen to the muscle. Under these conditions, anaerobic respiration takes place with no oxygen. So simply anaerobic means the oxygen is absent. So here glucose breakdown to provide the energy, and the end product will be the lactic acid. Lactic acid is a mild poison. As it builds up, it causes the muscle pain and eventually cramp. Short intense activities like sprinting, weightlifting, jumping, throwing use anaerobic. These are the examples of anaerobic respiration. So children, you just come up with the doubts. I'll solve with the video. Thank you very much.